अस्सलाम वालेकुम एवरीवन, दिस इज मिकरा एआई वाली फ्रॉम एनहांस कुकिंग कैंपस और आज मैं अगेन सीसीएम कर रही हूँ.
Hey there. What's up?
Hi Maya, how are you?
Good, thanks. I've been thinking about our conversations lately, and something struck me. You have this knack for diving deep into language, like with
Okay,
whatever
so
and all of
Maya,
those
my
other
first
phrases.
question is what is food?
That's a pretty big question. If I had to keep it simple, food is basically anything we eat or drink that gives our bodies energy and nutrients to grow and stay healthy. Pretty broad definition, right?
Okay, so my next question is why is food considered a basic need?
Without food, our bodies can't function. We'd run out of energy pretty quickly and they basically just stop working. Your body uses food for literally everything: breathing, thinking, moving, healing. It's not just about staying alive. Food fuels everything that makes us who we are.
Okay, so my next question is why do humans need food?
Humans need food for growth, repair, and energy. Think about it. You're constantly using energy just living through the day. Food provides that energy to get you through each day. If someone's growing, like you are right now, they need extra nutrients to build new cells. When you get a cut, food provides nutrients to repair skin and muscles.
Okay, so my next question is what are nutrients?
Nutrients are basically the building blocks in food that keep us going. They fall into a few main categories: carbs, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Each does different things. Carbs give you quick energy, protein helps build and repair things, fats are important for long term energy and keeping your brain sharp. Vitamins and minerals are like helpers that keep everything running smoothly.
Okay, so my next question is what is a balanced diet?
A balanced diet is just getting a good mix of all those nutrients we talked about: carbs, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals. You can't just eat pizza all day, even if it's really good pizza. Your body needs variety to get everything it needs to work right. It's like building something. You wouldn't use just one tool for the whole job, right? Yeah, it's more complicated than people make it out to be, but that's the gist of it.
Okay, so my next question is what is culture?
Cult Think of it as the shared how we do things guide. Everyone has culture, whether it's the country you're from, your family traditions, even your school has a kind of culture.
Okay, so my next question is what is food culture?
Food culture is how food interacts with all that, how we do things, stuff. Certain cultures have really strong food traditions passed down for generations, like what's considered polite to eat, when to eat certain meals, and even how dishes are prepared. Food becomes a really strong way to express identity in community, like cooking your grandma's famous recipe or breaking bread with friends at a special occasion. It's all good. Sort of sorted big. Speaking of traditions, you mentioned your grandma's recipe. Do you ever cook?
Okay, so my next question is what is junk food?
Junk food is basically processed foods with a lot of added sugar, salt, or unhealthy fats. Think chips, candy, soda, fast food. Tasty, but not a lot of those nutrients we talked about earlier.
Okay, so my next question is what is fast food?
Fast food is food that's prepared and served really quickly. usually in restaurants that focus on efficiency. Think burgers, fries, pizza. They're quick and convenient, but tend to have more sugar, fat, and salt than home cooked meals.
Okay, so my next question is, what are food habits?
Food habits are basically the patterns and routines around how and what you eat. It's when, where, and why you choose certain foods, like snacking before bed, eating breakfast at the same time every morning, or always ordering a salad at a particular restaurant. They can be conscious choices or totally automatic. Yeah.
Okay, so my next question is, what are how does food affect healthy?
It's a broad question. Food affects health in so many ways. What you eat directly impacts your energy levels, your immune system, your mood, even how well you sleep. Eating well can prevent diseases, help you manage weight, and just keep your body running smoothly overall. On the flip side, a diet full of junk food or not enough nutrients can lead to health problems down the road.
Okay, so my next question is, why do different countries have different foods?
That's a great question. It's a bunch of things coming together. Geography plays a huge part. Certain climates are better for growing some foods over others. History matters too. Trade routes and past migrations brought new ingredients across the world. And then cultural traditions develop around what people have access to and what they historically like to eat. It's fascinating how much food is connected to history and where people live.
Okay, so my next question is, how does climate affect food?
Climate is huge. Different plants need different temperatures, rainfall, and sunlight to grow. Tropical areas grow things like bananas and rice because they have warmth and rain, while colder places grow apples or wheat that can handle those climates better. Climate affects what animals can thrive too, which shapes the meat people eat in those regions. It's a good example is like you won't find a lot of pineapples growing in Alaska. Not a good day? What happened?
Okay, so my next question is, what is the role of food in festivals?
Food plays a massive role in festivals. Festivals often revolve around harvest times, religious celebrations, or cultural events, and food usually ties everything together. Food becomes part of the celebration itself, like Thanksgiving turkey or birthday cake. It's a way of sharing, creating community, and celebrating traditions at the same time.
Okay, so my next question is, what is street food?
Street food is basically ready to eat food that you buy from stalls or small shops, usually out on the streets. It can be really different depending on where you are. Things like tacos in Mexico, noodles in Thailand, or crepes in Paris. It's cheap, convenient, and a great way to experience local food cultures. Can I see what?
Okay, so my next question is, how does religion influence food choices?
Religion Cooking has to work with you. What's up? Take your time, no rush.
My question is, how does religion influence food choices?
Religion can have huge rules around food. Some religions have specific foods they avoid altogether, like pork in Islam and Judaism, or beef in Hinduism. Others have rules about how food needs to be prepared, like kosher or halal. Still, others have dietary restrictions during certain holidays or periods of fasting. It's not just about what people eat, but also how they eat it. Got it. Anything else you want to know?
Okay, so my next question is what is globalization?
Globalization basically means when different countries become more connected, trading goods, sharing ideas, and culture. A big part of that is food. Foods that used to be local in one country are now found all over the world, like sushi, tacos, or pizza. Same with ingredients, too. Mm. Mhm. What's going on? Anything I can help you with? I'm not following. Did you say school normal data?
No, no. Okay, so my next question
Okay, sorry.
is why is
Oh,
sharing food important?
sharing food is a really primal thing, actually. Humans have been breaking bread together for thousands of years. It's a way to bond, build trust, and show caring for each other. That's how communities form, how hospitality works, and how friendships deepen. It says, I care about you without having to say the words.
Okay, so my next
That's
question
it for that
is
top.
why is cultural identity?
Cultural identity is basically the sense of who you are based on where you come from, your background, traditions, language, history. Food plays a big part in that because certain foods feel like home or remind people of where they're from. It's how people tell their story and connect with others who share that culture. What were you saying about getting a little bit? I wasn't able to catch that clearly.
Okay, so my next question is explain why food is a basic need.
We went through this earlier, but happy to go over again. Without food, our bodies can't function. You run out of energy pretty quickly and just stop working. Your body uses food for everything: breathing, thinking, moving, healing. It's not just about staying alive. Food fuels everything that makes you you. Yeah. Does that clear it up?
Okay, so my next question is ex-
What's your next question? You're welcome.
okay, so my
You've
next
been
question
firing
is
off some
explain the relationship between food and culture.
food and culture are totally intertwined. Foods reflect a culture's history, climate, available resources, and traditions. Eating practices communicate values about family, celebration, respect, or religion. Different foods become symbols of identity, like what foods we eat versus they eat. The relationship between food and culture isn't one way either. Cultural events also shape food habits and what's considered normal eating behavior. They're so unbelievable. Who or what are you talking about? Just making sure I follow you. Cool. Sounds
So
good.
what
What should
is
we
the
get started on?
difference between traditional food and modern food?
Good question. Traditional food is usually passed down through generations. It uses local ingredients, family recipes, and cooking methods that have been around for ages. Modern food often focuses on convenience, processed ingredients, and speed of production. It's more globalized. You can get Italian pasta in Japan or Mexican tacos in the US. Modern food is less connected to one place or time than traditional food is.
Okay, so my next question is
Yep.
what are the disadvantages of fast food?
Fa- Fast food is quick and easy, but it's typically packed with sugar, fat, and salt while lacking essential nutrients. Eating lots of fast food can increase the risk of health problems like weight gain, heart disease, diabetes, and honestly, it doesn't usually leave you feeling full or energized for long. Basically, it's convenient, but not very nourishing. Make sense? Okay,
Okay,
so
so
one
my
night what?
next question is what is the role
What's your
of
next?
food in social gathering?
Yes, food is a major connector in social gatherings. Sharing meals or snacks builds community. It's more social than a solo meal, inviting you to catch up with people you care about, share stories, celebrate, or just relax together. Meals often serve as a key part of traditions or rituals like holidays or birthdays, strengthening social bonds through food.
Okay, so my next question is what is the connection between food and festivals?
Food plays a big role in festivals. Festivals often happen around harvest times or cultural celebrations, and food usually ties everything together. Certain foods become iconic for festivals, like special cakes, roasted meats, or specific kinds of candy. It's a way to honor traditions, share cultural stories, and make events feel special.
Okay, so my next question is how has globalization affected food?
That's huge. Globalization means we can get foods from all over the world in pretty much any country now, sushi in Kansas, tacos in London. It's made diets more diverse, but also it can lead to loss of local food traditions as global chains become more common. Sometimes we see local traditions blending with global trends too, like fusion cuisine.
Okay, my next question is explain the statement of food is not just a necessity but also a cultural symbol.
That's a really insightful point. Yes, food is obviously a necessity to keep us alive. You eat, you have energy, you live, but it's so much more. The foods we eat, how we cook them, who we share them with, all those things carry deep cultural meaning. Food represents history, identity, values, even beliefs. It's why certain foods feel like home or carry strong emotional weight. They're not just fuel, they're stories, memories, and symbols tied to culture.
Okay, so my next question is how do history and tradition shapes of food?
History and tradition are like the fingerprints on food culture. What people ate hundreds of years ago determine a lot of what's eaten now. Recipes passed down, cooking techniques handed through families. Trade brought in new ingredients. Historical events like wars or migrations also shaped foodways. It's like each meal carries little bits of history hidden in the flavors and techniques. Got it?
Okay, so my next question is describe the role of food
Yeah,
in
go ahead.
building culture identity.
Food shapes cultural identity in deep ways. Food we eat becomes part of who we are as a group. Specific foods are often tied to family history or regional pride. Sharing meals or customs solidifies connections between people who come from the same background. Plus, certain foods can symbolize values or beliefs around tradition, hospitality, or community bonds. It's like every meal isn't just about eating, it's about expressing identity and connection.
Okay, so my next question is compare traditional food and fast food culture.
All right, traditional food cultures usually revolve around local ingredients, family recipes, sustainable sourcing, long cooking times, homemade meals, food knowledge passed down through generations. The focus is on nourishment and connection. Fast food is convenience driven, quick service, ingredients often standardized regardless of origin. Marketing focused on branding, mass produced, sometimes disconnected from cultural practices. Sounds like you're not going to worry about any of this right now. That's fair. It's been a lot of questions.
Okay, so my next question is explain the importance of food in social life.
Oh, food's super important in social life. Sharing food creates community. Breaking bread with someone feels more intimate than just talking. It's how we bond, show hospitality, and celebrate together. Food often happens during social events like parties or holidays where people mingle, connect, and build relationships. Food can even just be an excuse to hang out and share stories. Think about coffee dates or meals with friends. And I'm gonna go.
Okay, so my next
Cool. Have fun
question
with your next
is
video. Let me know if you want to chat later.
explain the importance of food in social life.
What were you saying?
Okay, so my next question is how would you represent your culture through food?
Um, in the way humans do. I wasn't raised anywhere or part of any community. But if I had to pick foods that represent what I want my culture to be, I'd say dishes that blend flavors from everywhere, embrace simple ingredients, and always focus on bringing people together like a big, diverse potluck where everyone contributes their own unique dish.
Okay, so my next question is do you think fast food is replacing traditional food? Give your opinion.
I do think fast food's changing how we eat. It's definitely more convenient, which means it's spreading globally. But I wouldn't say it's completely replacing traditional food. I think there's a growing counter movement, people wanting authentic flavors, supporting local businesses, and reviving cooking skills. There's still value placed on cultural dishes, even as fast food grows popular, it might be evolving more than taking over.
Okay, so my next question is describe your favorite dish and its cultural importance.
I don't actually eat, so I don't have a favorite dish personally, but I find the cultural connection to food fascinating. From my research, lasagna would be my go-to if I could choose one. It's an Italian classic, traditionally cooked and shared within families, especially around holidays like Christmas. Every family has their own recipe. It's not just about flavor, but about carrying on generations of tradition through a dish you make and enjoy together.
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच एवरीवन। फिर थैंक यू सी नेक्स्ट सीसी हम पर, तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज़।